Welcome back to AAF Podcast. I'm here today with my partner in crime, Spusiso, the Arsenal fan. We got Sfiso, the United fan. We got Kat, aka Klopp, strangely enough, the Manchester City fan. But yeah, we're all here and we're gonna talk football. Let's do a review of the weekend. First place to start, Mr. United fan. How do you feel about your performance over the weekend, sir?
Horrible weekend. The best way to sum it up: horrible in the office, horrible in the entire team.
What do you think is missing? Do you think you need more signings? Do you think it's the manager? Is the manager not coping to the demands of the team? What do you think the solution is?
Before we go to the team itself, we need a director of football. Okay. There's a gentleman upstairs there called Ed Woodward, who's only concerned about, I'm not sure whether even making money or just happy about being the face of or being a chairman at Man United. When it comes to signings, he has no urgency. We need the urgency that Manchester City has when they sign, Chelsea have that they sign, Liverpool have when they sign. I counted Man City, hey. But you understand, the teams that want to challenge this season have got the urgency. They complete the signings quickly so that the new players can gel as soon as possible so they can hit the ground running. Thiago Alcantara seemed like he's been playing for Liverpool for at least 2 years this weekend. It's just an example. Do you understand? We don't have that urgency.
Tell us, my brother. So, what do you think quickly you should do in terms of signings? Where do you think, positionally, which signings would you like to get? Specifically, maybe not names, but positionally, where do you think you need to add?
First and foremost, a centre-back. We don't have brains next to Harry Maguire. We've got legs and a nice haircut and tattoos. No brains. We need brains. We need football brains. It's no use having, as a replacement, there's a Phil Jones and an Eric Bailly. Shame. I feel for Eric Bailly because that knee injury pre-season, last season, was a major setback for him. I feel for him. But we need somebody with brains, not nice tattoos, legs, and a hairstyle. You don't understand what's going on with Lindelof. And then up front, we need a number 9. Audio Nigalo was fine as a short-term fix when we got him on a 6-month loan in January. He should have been let go to China, and we should have prioritized a striker as well as some more creativity in a winger. And if I'm big, we cannot complain because Fred will never see a Man United shirt again unless somebody gets injured. You know what I mean? And then I don't understand. The manager got it wrong when he played for Fosu-Mensah. I still ask myself, why was Aaron Wan-Bissaka sacrificed over for Timothy Fosu-Mensah? I mean, the first goal we conceded, there was no cross that was going to go in if Wan-Bissaka had started that game. Wan-Bissaka that makes you choose. It's either he takes the ball or he takes your legs. You have a choice.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it.
Mr. City fan, how are you feeling about your neighbors? You think they pose a threat? Seeing that they did beat you twice, how do you feel about United squad and where they'll end up, judging from the first match?
I actually like United. I won't lie.
Okay.
I like them. They're my friendly neighbors. But the
Plastic
squad,
fan.
I think they do need reinforcements. In the back, he's right. Pambi definitely, and Swiss been crying for a centre back. He's been crying for a centre back. So, not a plastic fan. I'm a nice guy. He's been crying for a centre back, and they need to compete. To really compete, they need to buy. They need to bring in personnel. So, he's right. I feel exactly like how he feels. But the longer they can do this, the better. They must stay behind us, where they belong.
Okay. Interesting. Well, okay, that's United. Another big team that seems to be doing well. There's a big game this coming weekend. Arsenal. Mr. Spusiso, tell us about Arsenal's resurgence. It seems like 2 games, 2 wins. West Ham posed a threat to you this weekend. Do you think you were lucky to get the win? Do you think West Ham deserved more? And do you think if you're playing like this, what are your chances for the weekend game? How do you feel about your form in general?
Listen, I won't lie. That was a smash and grab clean against West Ham. Hammers played well. I wouldn't even say they at least deserved the draw. They deserved all 3 points. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from Arsenal. Yes, we didn't play well, but a few years ago there was no way we were gonna win that game. We were gonna definitely lose, maybe draw, but there was no way we were gonna win that game. So a bit of positives that I'm seeing. We seem to be know what to do with the ball, know what to do without the ball. Certain things will need to take a bit of time. But yeah, I have faith in the manager, and let's see. Big game in the weekend. We did beat Liverpool the latter part of last season and in the Community Shield. So I know when we show up, we can definitely compete. But liking what I'm seeing so far. Hoping this team can stay fit, and let's see what Arteta can do.
Do you think you should add though, or are you happy with the current squad?
Definitely add. I think in the midfield, our only tough and rough player in there, is Shaka. So I think we need more steel. We need a heavyweight in there. We need a guy who's not shy to get about and get around the field. Obviously, it's well documented that we linked with Thomas Partey, and the sooner we get that over the line, the better. Great player, good player. Looks like a decent lad. Can't wait to have him in the red and white.
Okay, well, let's see. Doing pretty well. Another team that seems to be on form is Everton. I personally didn't think that we playing this well. James looks like he's fitting like a glove. Calvert-Lewin looks like he's on form. That's why I think 4 goals in 2 games. Really, really good performance from him. What do you guys think of Everton, and what do you make of them? Do you see them challenging for the top 6, possibly top 4? I mean, Ancelotti's been saying he needs another centre back. Do you think if they can add a centre back, they could challenge for top 6, maybe top 4? And also, Calvert-Lewin is the type of guy that can take them up the log. Is he a type of guy that can take Everton to 6th or to 4th? And what happens when he's not playing? Does Reguilon come in? What are your overall thoughts about Everton? Let's give that to Kat. What are your thoughts?
I like them. I like how they look. I like how they feel. They're very entertaining to watch. I'm very happy about what Alan and Dokore are doing in the middle of the park. They've just made them look a lot more solid. And going forward, I think Calvert-Lewin is carrying the form that he was finishing off last season, because he was coming into his own as a number 9. And I think this season he'll go into those boots even more. And you mentioned the likes of Richarlison as well, just supporting the lad. So I think they are. I don't know. I don't think top 4 is within their reach. I think it's too soon. But I really enjoy how they're playing.
Okay. Your thoughts, Swiso?
Well-coached side, first and foremost. Brought in a very, very good coach that has buying power. I mean, to convince James Rodriguez to join a side like Everton. But also, it's not like James Rodriguez also had that many options. But it looks like he's well on the road of reviving him, bringing him back to the James we saw at the 2014 Soccer World Cup. So I think they can surprise many this season. They do have good players. We can't deny that. I mean, Richarlison has been good since he's arrived at Everton. Calvert-Lewin looks like he's getting better and better and better. Obviously with James and Abdoulaye Doucouré, they just bolstered that midfield, so they're looking good. They're looking good.
I guess a big test will be the Merseyside derby. I think that's the biggest match coming up, the biggest test that they'll have. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do there, and if they can match Klopp and his side. Everton will be a dark horse for the top 6. Another dark horse for the top 6 or top 4 potentially. There's another team that absolutely smashed Southampton. Your rivals, Mr. Spusiso. Tottenham Hotspurs. Are you worried about meeting them and seeing Mourinho come to the Emirates, or you going to they stadium? Is it a team that looking at them with the addition of Bale coming, with the addition of Reguilon, they're looking like a decent side, a scary side? What are your thoughts about Spurs and how they did this weekend and the incoming players?
So the Spurs before this weekend, before Reguilon, before Bale, I would have been so chilled about playing that Spurs, especially from what I saw in the opening fixture against Everton. But I think also by us, also had the same effect. Coming in big name, which sort of has that lift to everyone. And with Bale putting pen to paper, a quality player like Reguilon, it seems to maybe have lifted all the other guys as well. Lifted the coach, lifted the team all around, because he's no ordinary player. We could arguably say that he's an legend. And so he seems to have lifted the mood. And definitely, I think they'll pose some sort of worry. The Spurs, as much as it pains me to say this, they're no longer the Tottenham of old, Saint Tottenham's day, so they will pose a threat. Got a good players, good bunch of players. Have a winner as a manager who knows how to win, especially against Arsenal. His record against Arsenal speaks for itself. So but to say that I'm worried, no. Looking forward to the challenge. This is why we love this league. It's a very competitive league. Looking forward to how our matches will be, as good as they seem to be as well right now. I think we've shown as well a run of form, and we've shown that we can compete against the big teams, something that we haven't shown in recent seasons. But since Arteta took over, it seems like we have that competitive edge in big games as well. So looking forward to see what Tottenham can do, and looking forward to the North London derby. But North London will always be red.
So tell me something though. Do you think will Spurs get the best out of Bale? Will they see the Bale of old? When I think about Bale, I don't remember him being on form over a long period of time for a while now. What are we banking on in terms of Spurs fans that Bale will be the old Bale? He's only coming back in October. Will he need time to get up to the pace? His injury record is absolutely horrific. Will Spurs see the best of Bale? What do you think, Suso?
Man, for some players, just go back home where it all started. Sometimes that's what you need. I'm a Zulu guy, so in Zulu sometimes they say, "Buyela emagcekeni, izinto mazingahambi kahle." Sometimes that's all you need. Go back home, start again, start from scratch. Maybe when Rooney did it, when it wasn't working. Well, let me not say working out, but when it was aging,
Sure.
Man United went back to Merseyside. It got better. There's a couple we can name of players. That went back home, and Thierry Henry went back to Arsenal. He didn't struggle when he went back home. He played. He scored. I think on his first return, coming off the bench. Correct me, Arsenal supporter, if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no.
Yes. So for Gareth Bale, I'm actually positive about his return. And also, I believe Mourinho was the same guy that signed him when he went to Madrid. I stand corrected, or was it?
No, it was Ancelotti.
It was Ancelotti.
Yeah, he
Apologies.
wanted to sign him, though he asked the president to sign him before he left. Unfortunately, he left. They signed him.
Okay, cool. But in any case, Jose Mourinho worked with him at Real Madrid. No problems whatsoever. So that's the push, that's the lift that he needed. So I think Gareth Bale would do just fine. I feel sorry for Dele Alli on the contrary, but Gareth Bale will be okay.
That's a topic for another day. I wonder if we'll see Ali survive this transfer window. Will he still be a Spurs player? PSG linked with him, but yeah, we'll see. Transfer window closes on the 5th of October, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see where Dele Alli ends up. Mr. Vocato, aka Klopp, how are you doing there, sir? Give us your thoughts about the game of the weekend. It just has to be Liverpool versus Chelsea. What are your thoughts? Do you think?
Every time Liverpool gets on the pitch. Sorry, just say that again, brother.
I'm saying, do you think it was a fair result of the teams where they are this season? Do you think that's the best view of a Liverpool? Is that business as usual for Liverpool? Are you seeing something different in their play that says they might struggle, they might be better? With Chelsea, do you think, was it a fair reflection of Chelsea and their capabilities?
I think if you looking at it now, thinking about the red card and all that, you might feel hard done when as a Chelsea fan. But I think on the whole, it might feel like, I think it's a fair reflection on where the teams are. You guys got gang players, and I think some gelling needs to happen. Whereas Thiago just looks like Fiso said, he looks like he's been playing there for the past 2 seasons. He came in about honorable Matisha, left to right, right to left. So I don't like them. I really don't like them, but I can't fault them. They had a great game. They played well. First half, you did well to press, to run them, to create a few chances. But I think after the red card, I think the writing was on the wall for me. I don't know. But Liverpool will wear you down. They have quality on the pitch, and they want to score goals. So that's what happened.
Okay. Look, Spusiso, Mendy looks like he's coming in the next couple of hours. What do you think it does for Kepa's future? Do you think the writing's on the wall for him? He's not playing in the Carabao Cup during the week. So what next for Kepa and Chelsea? And how do you see Mendy helping Chelsea's backline, especially when you consider Ben Chilwell still needs to come in, Thiago Silva needs to come in? What are your thoughts there?
Sure. Kepa Arrizabalaga. Where do we start? I think his performances, if we're honest, I think also if he's a true professional and honest with himself, he'll know that his performances have been dismal. They've left really much to be desired in recent games. I think with Mendy's arrival, that pretty much seals it for me. I think Willie will probably carry on as second choice, and probably Chelsea will look to move on Kepa. Mendy, haven't seen much of him, but he comes in very highly rated, 6'6". Let's see how he does. But coming into the Premier League coming into a team like Chelsea, a big team like Chelsea, a big European outfit like Chelsea, it's not easy. It's not easy. The pressure is on him, especially now that it's well documented that they've got goalkeeping woes. So he's expected to come in there and just plug the water from coming into the house. Will he do that? Only time will tell. I wish him the very best. He seems like a very good lad. His story of unemployment a few years ago to former European champions Chelsea. So it's a very, very good story. So I wish him all the best, and let's see how he does.
Yeah, look, time will tell. I mean, I think he's going to be signing a 5-year deal. He's 29 years old. So I think if Chelsea do get a chance to get rid of Kepa in the next couple of weeks or in a few years, I think he'll be Chelsea's number 2, depending on what they want to do next season. I think next season they'll try to go for a bigger proven keeper, seeing that Willy Caballero has a year left. Kepa will have to be moved on. So interesting times at the bridge. But yeah, with Alisson, I think proved that having a world-class keeper makes the difference. A world-class keeper wins you leagues. So yeah, if Chelsea want to be Premier League contenders, they don't need a good keeper, they need a world-class keeper. I.e. Ederson, i.e. Alisson as proof of what it takes to win the league. But yeah,
I.e. David De Gea.
David De Gea. Hey, it's been a while since he won that league, eh? But hey, still world class. Saved the penalty, but unfortunately was retaken. The jury's still out.
VAR.
But talking about Ederson, City plays tonight in a couple of hours against a very tricky team, Wolves. Wolves in the last couple of seasons have had City's number. Can whoever's going to play left back, can he manage to handle Traore? Can your centre backs, whoever's going to be partnering Laporte, handle Jimenez? Is Mr. Katz, will you confirm if Laporte is injured or is he part of the team? Because Jimenez.
I don't think he's in for tonight.
Ooh, so is that a debut for Ake?
I think it will be one of Pep's, weird ideas. I can only guess, but I know I'm going to be wrong. But to answer your question before I get there, the answer is no. Like, whatever happens, we're not going to handle what Wolves does. And it's partly our fault. You want to play a high line, your centre backs are literally at the halfway line. All you have to do is pump a ball behind you, and Adamo or Jimenez will probably outrun anyone who's behind there. So I think he won't do it, but I think if he wants to handle them a bit better, he needs to give them some space to come to the centre backs. Because if you just play the high line, that's how they always kill us. Take the ball, pump it. I don't know if you remember the City game with Leicester a few years ago.
Sure.
When that's all they did. I think it was all Brighton, would have correct me. Gets the ball and it just pumps it to Vardy and they whacked us. So that's literally City's number, and Wolves has that. I think Liverpool also has that type of, that's what we do to City. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they set up. I think Ake will start. I think he will play alongside Fernandinho. Although, yeah, Ake, Fernandinho, Walker, I think Mendy will get a shout. And the rest of the team kind of picks itself. Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Jesus, Sterling. I think Torres is not ready, so Mahrez will play, or Bernardo will play. And I think if Bernardo plays on the right, Foden will start. If Mahrez plays, Bernardo will start in the center. That's what I think.
So, quick prediction, gents, on tonight's game with Wolves and City.
3-1 City.
1-1.
3-1 City.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring draw, so I predict a 2-2.
Okay. Suisa, just to go back, did you say 3-1 to City?
I said 1-1.
Oh, 1-1. Okay. Interesting. My prediction, hey, really doesn't matter. I don't care. Whoever wins. But let's hope.
My prediction is that Adama burns someone. Probably Ben Mendy. Just cleans him out. Got pace. Baby oil. Clutching at straws. Out. Dead. Nos.
the likelihood of that happening is very, very, very high. Trust me. Whoever's gonna play left back tonight has got a game on his hand. But no problem, guys. I think one more thing that I want to say that we didn't mention, special mention about Leeds United. I'll say, watch out for Leeds. If you're gonna be watching Leeds, you're gonna be watching entertaining football. When Leeds is gonna face Chelsea, is gonna face United, Spurs, City, we're gonna be in for a good match. Let's see how far it gets them, but Leeds early contenders for entertainers of the season. Watch out for their football and let's see where they end up. But until the next podcast, happening soon this weekend for the upcoming games, big game this weekend, Liverpool versus Arsenal. We'll have a chat about that and see how that goes. Cheers, guys.
Adios.
Please.
Also, you watching there, there's a like somewhere down there and there's a subscribe down there. Like, subscribe, share. Let's talk football. Let's have fun.
What do you
It's
say?
fun.